Y'all, this is not normal, okay? And it's so in my face right now, I had to make a video about it. See this? This is not normal. The sun is trying to shine, and they are literally trying to block out the sun. See all these lines?
In the 20th century, clouds were seeded by numerous countries around the globe with various chemicals to produce rain. China was just doing this over the summer in Beijing to make sure that there weren't any rain, that there wasn't any rain during the Olympics. But all this has changed dramatically with the U.S. military's secretive research and plans to control the planet's natural weather. This has not been given very much press, and we have to remember that we have a corporate-owned press where 85% of radio, television, and print media is owned by 5 corporations. So they're not going to talk about things that are of really serious consequence, and that's somewhat of the blessing, a mixed blessing of the internet, but there's certainly plenty of information on weather modification. The Air Force is on record as saying, quote, they want to control the weather by 2025, and we are not talking about just seeding the clouds for rain. Weather modification means, quote, any activity performed with the intention of producing artificial changes in the composition, behavior, or dynamics of the atmosphere, unquote. And as of April this year, there are more than 150 different weather modification programs around the world. Since about 2000, the Department of Defense and the Department of Energy have been spraying the entire United States sky with a toxic brew of chemicals and other biologic agents. Do we have that? Just want to show you something. We have 2 different kinds of trails in the sky right now. One are called contrails. How many of you know what contrails are? Contrails would have been around from the ends of planes since World War II. These are very, very short exhaust trails that usually evaporate within a few minutes. You just look up at the sky and you'll just see a jet, sometimes with 4 trails, but it evaporates pretty quickly. How many of you know what chemtrails are? Nobody. The military and some commercial planes are spraying us with what are called chemtrails. I want you to look at and oftentimes before there's a weather front, there are heavy assaults from these planes just before a weather front has changed and comes in. Military and some commercial jets have been fitted with huge barrels of at least 49 different kinds of documented chemical poisons. Among other documented ingredients in this toxic man-made clouds are pathogenic molds, fungi, weaponized viruses, and made in some places like the secret site at Fort Detrick, Maryland, which is supposed to be a cancer site. But there are a number of scholars and professors tracking this that have big questions about this. Barium and nanoaluminum particles. What do these do to the human body? Barium is an alkaline earth mineral. It was discovered in 1774. At low doses, it can act as a muscle stimulant. At high doses, it detrimentally affects the heart and the nervous system. Barium is toxic to all mammals, and that means not just humans. Aluminum, which is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust, is known to diminish kidney function, and destroy brain cells and cognitive function. Just think about it. Just between the aluminum and the mercury that we're breathing all the time, we've got already a serious issue about brain function and cognitive function. There is also documented evidence that the aluminum in chemtrails is released as nanoparticles, and that when they reach the Earth environment for wildlife, in lakes and streams, it's causing serious problems with wildlife there. Researchers are also finding that nanoparticles interfere with the growth of plants. Nanotechnology is totally unregulated. Just this past month, a new research report came out showing and documenting for the first time that these nanoparticles actually go through the skin. Well, if you breathe them, whether they go through the skin or whether you're inhaling them, it's still a problem, a serious problem.
Look at it. Can't you see the lines? Look at it. It's so in my face, I have to talk about it. This is not normal. Why aren't we doing anything about this, y'all? They are gonna straight up destroy our planet. They are seeding the clouds with aluminum and all kinds of chemicals. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And they are literally trying right now. You should see all the lines in the sky. All the lines in the sky are right there. All of them, coordinated. Can't you see them? I know, right? Some people have a hard time believing it. They want to blot out the sun, and all the while they want to try to get everybody on solar power. But seriously, you don't understand the chemicals that they're putting up there, okay? I'm in the Midwest. This is where the food's grown. I mean, this is crazy. I'm showing you this real time. Real time, look. Real time, y'all. Your own eyes are seeing this, okay? These are your own eyes. Please pay attention. They think you guys are all sleeping. And they're doing their agenda right in front of your face, and no one even cares while we bicker about transvestites. Look at this. Real time in the Midwest. I'm watching them blot out the sun. You see it? All these lines, these are not clouds. These are all chemicals that they've sprayed. Look at it. Look at it. That's one. That's one. That's one. That's one. That's the wispy stuff of it. That's one. That's all the chemicals just floating in the air right now. Everything they're doing is against God and against our natural order, right? Do you understand what this is? Cue the tape.
Perhaps the greatest lie ever perpetrated on populations all over the world is the condensation trail lie. What we're seeing in our skies is not condensation. It's sprayed particulate dispersions with very few exceptions.
But they shouldn't be there. Jet engines burn clean. So if there's anything coming out of them, it's an additive.
They're absolutely not contrails. Contrails do not linger, dissipate, and go into cloud coverage, period, in the report.
And I kept saying to people, you know, what is this? Because now the sky is no longer blue, it's starting to turn gray. And what I found was kind of like it was not socially acceptable. You know, we're all going to pretend this is not really happening. And I thought, oh, this is very bad.
Most are unfamiliar with a science term called global dimming. That term refers to the amount of direct sunlight that no longer reaches the surface of the planet due to light scattering particles that are building up in the atmosphere. And although many of these particles are from industrialized pollution, the larger majority are from the ongoing climate engineering solar radiation management operations. This engine, a high bypass turbofan jet engine, this is the engine that is on all military tankers and all commercial carriers, is in essence a jet-powered fan. 90% of the air that moves through this engine is non-combusted. This engine, by design, is nearly incapable of producing any condensation trail except under rare and extreme circumstances. And again, we have film footage of aircraft flying at altitude with nozzles visible, turning on and off. That is the end of the argument. Since even before man could fly, there was an effort to try to modify the weather. We have weather modification patents going back 100 years plus. These are historical films of what can be done with a biplane, a small biplane that carries a very small payload. And that much can be done. How much more can a fully loaded military tanker, KC-10, KC-135, C-17 Globemaster, how much more material can they put in the air? About 500 times more with a single tanker.
What it takes for evil to exist is for good men to do nothing. I'm trying to sound the alarm, guys. This is for real. The spraying of the sky stuff is the real deal. Don't listen to people telling you that it's not real, okay? Is this where we're headed? Transhumanism is the goal. I got a story coming up after this video, and I'm going to explain to you why they're using the transvestites and they're attacking kids, because kids are kind of confused. But I have a whole video coming up, okay? Is this the future of America? Is this what we're going to do? We're just going to allow everything to be against the natural order, against God? I hope not. This is pretty serious stuff, so I hope you take it serious. I know this mask is pretty dramatic, and if you don't have a mask, maybe you should have a mask. All right? I just try to bring awareness to y'all. Some of y'all maybe have never even heard about this stuff, okay? This stuff is for real, and I just showed you right there. It's not good, you guys. Please watch the video clip down below, the video down below. It's called The Dimming. I'll leave a link for you guys. Go watch it, okay? Leave a comment down below if you had any idea about this. Also, leave a comment down below if your garden has been less productive over the last couple years. Stacy and I have been in this log cabin for 14 years. And, you know, we've seen some spraying. But I'm telling you guys, since COVID, they have ramped it up in a big way. All right, hit that thumbs up on the way out. I know it's not a good one to hit the thumbs up on, but I'm just bringing awareness, okay? And if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you're subscribed. Seriously, look at it. Look at that. You can't deny this. You can't let people tell you that this is not happening. Do not listen to your friends telling you that this is not happening. This is happening. Look at it. All right? This is very serious. This is the big elephant in the room. Look at all that chemicals everywhere. Literally blotting out the sun, y'all. Oh my gosh. And people have been warning about this for years, and they are really turning it up, y'all, because this affects the weather and it drives their climate change agenda. One of the fastest religions, that and transvestite stuff. We cannot stand silent. Look at that. This is real life, y'all. This is not made up. And you could do your own homework. And I've done plenty of it. And I'm not listening to nobody. Okay, I'm not being gaslighted. And I'm not being told, no, that's not what it is. Because I'm not stupid. Yep, I said it. And you shouldn't be either. Look at this. Literally trying to blot out the sun. Look at that. You can see it with your own eyes. Beautiful skies today. Would have been a beautiful blue sky day.